Okay, this is the DJI Mavic Mini. Autumn got me this for Christmas. My very first drone. I am no expert at it, but I do think we're getting better at using it. So this is just the way it looks as it comes. 400 bucks.
It was about 450-ish.
I don't think it came with the case, did it?
No, we bought
Okay.
the case.
So anyways, it just came basically like that with the, oh, I gotta go get the controller. I'll get the controller here in just a minute. So to unfold it.
But we have a case there that we bought separate.
So the top arms fold out like that.
Uh-huh.
And the bottom arms come out like that. It's very small. It's like 249 grams. It's got a gimbal cover.
How many pounds is 249
I don't know.
grams?
It's very light.
Okay.
So that's what that looks like. It has a tiny little memory card that fits in right there.
Yeah, it's a little SanDisk one.
So
Okay.
I will get the controller and hook up the phone and show you a little bit of the flight controls. A lot of people, the biggest question I've probably had on all the videos, because a lot of times I'm doing them by myself, is how do I get it to stay in place? It doesn't have a setting to where it'll stay in place, but if it's calm out, it's pretty much going to float wherever you stop it at. If it's blowing really windy like this, obviously it may push it back a little bit. So if there's a tree behind you, maybe give yourself a little bit of room or have it up high enough above the trees. So when I do, it does have a return to home setting. So if my return to home starts off here, it's going to come fly back here. Is it 100%? It's probably not 100%, but it's going to be real close. So a lot of times I'll cancel out the return to home setting and just manually fly it and land it myself. Some people got the cute little helicopter landing pads. You don't have to buy them. It does help debris from flying up in here. So the main thing is land it on a hard, clean surface. I like landing it in the palm of my hand. It feels like a little birdie when I let it lift off. So anyways, I will get the controller and I will show you a flight and give you a little bit of just what I know how to do and just a little bit what I've done so far. This is the controller. It's got two knobs that screw in the top, so then if you put it in a case, you can fold the case flat down. This is basically your antennas. And then I will open up these arms, and this is where the phone hooks in there. I have a Galaxy S10, so I have to pull off the case. And then I usually I remind myself to turn the volume up. There's a DJI, I don't know if you can see that, DJI Fly app.
Okay. Yep,
and it'll automatically dial into your once you Bluetooth it, it'll automatic, when you hook it up, it automatically hooks into the drone. So that just slides in there like that and hook that in. So it's got a hook from the controller to that. Also, it will record. You'll see everything right on your phone. So you want to be kind of in a shaded area so you can see it clearly, or something like that. So kind of turn it on. It's got a power button underneath. You kind of hear it come on, and then the gimbal, it looks like ET. It'll kind of move around. See, I'm alive. Okay, so it starts blinking. Once it's kind of green, they're synced. I'm gonna set it right here. I want to point the camera where I'm looking. And then usually when it first takes off, it's going to go from the ground and it'll come up about 4 feet, somewhere in there.
Like he said, we're not experts. He's just learning this little by little.
So I do set all. Usually it'll I'll do connect aircraft.
Should be the other way, Josh, so I can see it.
Okay. All right. So as you can see, it's looking out towards the fire pit, the 2 benches out there. So it says prepare for takeoff. It's got 3 modes, C, P, and S. C is a cinema mode, which I usually like to use the most. It's slow, but it's very controlled. P is like the middle of the road, and S is sport, and it goes pretty quick at sport. So then It just says home point updated, so it's basically going to return to where I am at. It does have settings up in here where I can hit it, and you can do control, and you can I don't know where it's at right now, but you can do basically you can readjust your return to home setting. So I'm going to go ahead and make it lift off. See where it says takeoff?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to push this. It's going to go green. So it's just going to hover right in place right there. And you can see it's kind of looking there. So this is going to make it go forward out towards the lawn. I'll put this in cinema mode so it's a little slower. And if I push it really hard, it's going to go a little faster. And you'll see this on the screen in the video. So right now I will turn and I'm going to look at the fire pit. So basically left, it's turning this thing left, right, it's turning this thing right. The harder you push, the dizzier you'll make people. Up, it's going to raise the altitude. Right now it's showing it at 3 feet. It looks like it's about 5 feet. So is it 100%? No, but it's going to be somewhat close. Obviously, I know probably most of these trees out here are probably 50, 60 feet, whatever they are. So a lot of times I like to fly like 80 feet if I'm going through the woods, maybe even 100, depending on the wind. So right now I'm pushing this up. It's raising the height. Right now we're about 20 feet. I'll put it up to about 100 feet and I'll look back at the house here. That's probably good. I'm like 70, 74 feet. So I'm going to turn this left. That's that hill up there where the turkeys were at this morning, but I didn't hunt up that way. I should have. That's where I got my turkey last year. So I'm just slowly turning it. I'm going to speed it up. It might make you a little dizzy, so I'll speed it up. And then this right here makes the camera go up and down for the horizon. So I'm going to bring that down, and you can see the hunting shed there, propane tank, and there's the truck. And we should come up right here. Here, we'll walk up towards the edge of the... All right. So I'll bring this down. You'll see us even better. So it's slowly coming down. It's at 30. Right here it's showing about 34 feet. So I will push this to the right. That will make that come up a little bit. And then this will turn it to my right. So if on a motorcycle riding video, have you seen me going down the road and then you see it floating? I don't want to carry this with me because I don't want to lose transmission with it down the road. So a lot of times, like if I was up by a guardrail, I'll pull over by a guardrail, nice safe spot to park. I'm gonna set it, leave it. I'm gonna ride up the road, come back and let it float. Or sometimes if I'm cutting wood or something, I'm just gonna kind of leave it in a nice clean spot to where it's just gonna float there and film.
So how long does the battery last?
The battery that it came with. The stock battery, which that's all they are from what I know. The stock battery shows 30 minutes. I trusted about 20 minutes. So up here.
And there's other batteries you can get, right?
Yep. I ordered 3 more, but they're all on back order. But right now it shows 21 more minutes of flight time. I would say probably about 15 minutes. If you have about 5 minutes left, even 10 minutes left, it's probably a time to get back. Also, right now, it shows that I'm 36. It shows the D for depth. It shows it's about 37 feet away. So I'm going to go ahead and send this out. Our property is about, from the road going deep, it's probably about 2/10 to a quarter mile back. Some people say they've seen these things fly 5 miles. I've not experienced that. The most I flew was, if you've seen the video with the sturgeon up at Black Lake, I flew it about a mile out on open ice. Around here, I would say a quarter to half a mile, maybe, because it's all the trees, and maybe partly because we're a little lower and trees are higher. Probably there's a number of factors. So I'm going to turn this around. I will put it into P mode. Also, right now I am not recording. I set the setting. It says 2.7K. That seems to film pretty well.
Are you gonna hit record now?
And I will. Let's see. I'm gonna take it up to. I'll go to 110 feet. All right. It's pretty calm. And I'm gonna take it up. You can see that backfield. That's my neighbors back there. So I will try to take it up towards the edge of the property. And I just hit record and it's showing 1 second, 2 seconds. So if you're recording it, I believe it'll take more battery if you're recording. So sometimes you don't want to record until you're at the spot you want to hit record. So I'm going to go ahead and hit forward, and it's going to slowly, now we're heading up over the trees. Watch, we'll probably see turkeys. I don't know if we will, but it would be kind of funny. As you can see, I'm heading up over the top of the trees here. I can move this gimbal down, kind of look. I can look almost straight down here. See, right now I let go of the forward motion, so I'm just floating there. And if you want, I can turn this, and I can raise that camera, and look. We'll look at us back at the house, right there. So that's where we're at back there. I can hit stop, and I can switch this to a photo, and I can go ahead and take a picture right there. That just took a picture of our ranch.
Okay, so now call it home.
So just a second, I'll fly it a little further. Right now it's showing 398 feet away, so I will push it out a little further here. Okay, so I will head up towards that field.
Sounds like a bee.
Sounds like a bee up there.
A hive of bees.
Okay. So right now I'm 650 feet away. And I'm just right at the edge of that property line. So to go right, I can slide this thing to the right. And I can move this like where it's turning at the same time. Now I'm getting a strong wind warning. I'm 100 and some feet high.
It wants us to lower the altitude. Time to bring it home. So do the return home.
So right now I'm 730 feet away. That's my neighbor's field over there. Pretty view. And here's our food plot down. Let's see here. And the lighting is basically based on what you're getting. So sometimes if I want to, so if I hit this is going to return it to home, and then you'll see it pick up. I'm 838 feet away. So now it's going to, see, it's going to lift up because I got my setting at 130 feet. And you'll see the ranch. And it's bringing it back, and maybe Autumn will be able to pick it up here in the sky here in just a second. So that's kind of a fun way to film too. It's tiny. You don't hardly see it up there.
Is it on its way?
Yep, it's on its way.
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it.
It's straight above us. So you'll see. So it's coming in.
Oh, yep, I see it. Little dot in the sky.
It's coming down.
Here it
And then
comes.
You'll see it. I'll land it in my hand. I just took manual control over it. I canceled that out.
And you're gonna land it in your hand?
So I will push it forward here a little bit. I can land it on the deck as well, a hard surface. Maybe that's what I'll show on this one. Okay.
Ooh.
You want to have your hand very flat like you're feeding a horse an apple so they don't bite the fingers. Because even those little plastic blades, I have seen pictures where some people got a little nicked up. I don't know how bad, but I'm not.
Have any of the plastic blades broken?
Yes, I broke it when we crashed it on the video with the kayak. It was a little further back than what I had, and I should have had it higher up based on the trees. And fortunately, I didn't dump it in the lake. It is getting windy now.
Yep.
I crashed it there, and the other time it got really windy when we were snow sledding, and it fell out of the sky and landed in the snow. But it did chip a couple blades. But you can get replacement blades. They're just little Phillips screws, kind of like optical size screws. They're real small, and you just screw in new blades. And seems to be pretty easy to replace them so far, and they're pretty cheap. So thanks for watching.
Put any questions you have in the comments.
Any questions? Maybe we can do other like little tutorial drone stuff. I'm not a techie or the how-to, but that's from what I know, and it seems to be working pretty well for me.
And what you learned. Yeah.
Yep. If I can fly a drone, I'm not saying anybody can, but you probably got a good chance. But yeah, it's a little practice. What I did was, actually I did fly it over a lake pretty early, and it was probably stupid. But the best thing is it was just practice going up and down, just real slow, maybe side to side, forward and back, you know, just slow steps. I kind of jumped in with both feet, just like I did with Autumn getting married, jumping in on the ranch.
Yeah,
we're kind of like whole hog.
Yeah, we're all in. All our chips are in.
We're having a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. Click subscribe, share with your friends.